Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous coming to you with some Team League Tenacity out of the Biolab. Spying down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the team of Evil Chew as the yellow Terran, KuhRayZee as the purple Terran, and their final teammate Skinzor as the orange Zerg. Up here in the top right-hand corner, we have their opponents of Kramit as the light blue Protoss, TropicalBob as the red Protoss, and finally Osiris as the blue Protoss. And we have some people with really awesome names in here. I don't know, I like Kramit and KuhRayZee, because I actually didn't get KuhRayZee's name when I first saw it. You actually need to say this name to understand it, which is always very fun and interesting. We see that in the overly large production sector, everybody is doing the exact same thing. Very awesome. I love being able to look at everyone's production tabs. Freaking Blizzard and your giant overlays. We do have all of our players just going for very standard builds, and I'd like to take this quick moment while nothing is really happening to just say that everybody should go check out me and KuhRayZee's Amnesia series, as it has just started, and it's a lot of us screaming because neither of us are good at horror games, and we're very easily scared, and there's scary things in there. That game's scary. And as I get a Skype message, probably from KuhRayZee, I'm just going to ignore it for a little bit. And Evil Chew building that barracks at the front, along with KuhRayZee. Really, it's just the 3v3, and everybody's doing the exact same thing. There's not even really any sort of build order variation. Well, there's no gas from our light blue Protoss, but I'm sure he'll figure that out eventually. He'll get there. I know it. I believe in him as a person. We do have a second barracks coming out from Evil Chew, so we'll probably see some level of aggression. Of course, this is a team game, so aggression is just the norm. You know, aggression is just what everybody does ever. We have TropicalBob dropping this time in X-Core, but not managing to stop the scout. Now, of course, it's a drone scout, so it would have just been able to walk through the probe, but that is perfectly A-okay. We have this Overlord making his very slow way up to the light blue Protoss' base as we see the Cybernetic Squad come down for that player. And it looks like all three of our Protoss players in the top right are going for those Cyber Cores, and just very standard. I love standard. Standard's awesome. It's so much fun to talk about standard and just be like, oh, he's building a gateway? Really? Man, you guys are so crazy. Oh, so crazy. And we see KuhRayZee is actually going for nice supply depot placement, getting those perimeters around his base so that no pylons can be built on the low ground to get a warp in. And we do have Osiris building his Twilight. Ooh! Whoa! There's something that's not standard. I think we're gonna see a DT rush, which is team game standard. That's okay. And it actually looks like this DT rush might not get scouted eventually, and I should message KuhRayZee back, but I am not going to do that currently because I'm recording a video and he should know better. And it looks like Osiris is not. Where are the DTs? I want some DTs. If you don't build DTs, I'm gonna be so super sad. Osiris, what you doing? Looks like Skinzor talking about the 4-gate from Teal. The surprise, I mean, shock and awe from everyone on his team. You can just tell. And it looks like we are going to have a 3-rack strategy, and it's going to be mass Marines for the most part. We do have one tech lab, but I'm pretty sure that's just to get Marine upgrades along with concussive shell, but that's perfectly fine. He's even getting Marines out of that barracks, because why would you get any other unit? These guys have guns. This is like standard army man right here. It looks like we actually have our Marauder heavy player coming out as Evil Chew, and these Zerglings just grabbing the watchtower, being perfectly normal. And Kramit looking like he's going to be checking out that front, and all of our players are going for really interesting placements on these proxy pylons. TropicalBob is just dropping them everywhere. He wants to be able to warp in anything from anywhere at any point in time, whenever he wants to. These aren't TTs. This is Blink. Blink doesn't let you get TTs. Osiris, what you doing? Osiris. DTs come from the Dark Shrine, man. Come on. If you're gonna rush a Twilight Council in a game where I just keep talking about how everyone's playing standard, at least go for something crazier than Blink play. It looks like we are going to have an engagement at the middle of the map, and we are going to see a pretty heavy come out for this Terran and Zerg team. It's really just Zealots for the opposing forces. These Blinkstalkers are now going to start coming out in probably great numbers, but their range units are just not going to be anywhere near the amount of range units that their opponents have. And with these concussive shells, we're just seeing all of these Zealots get absolutely destroyed. Oh, this is a lot of Zealots, but no, they're still getting wrecked. And it looks like they are no longer producing anything because the Protoss really don't actually have constant reduction. Looks like a reasonable surround happening. Actually, the Zerg units are for the Terran. Why were they surrounding the Terran player? I don't understand. Oh well. It looks like the Terran players are actually going to rip apart these Protoss forces pretty reasonably, and that's kind of well done. I wonder, oh my god, if they came up with a strategy where the Zerglings just like surrounded all of the Terran units and then held position so that like none of the Zealots could attack, that would be like the dirtiest thing ever. I don't think they're going to do that, but if they do, that would be awesome. It looks like these Zealots are going to be a little bit running, forcing everything to run away. KuhRayZee expressing how much he thinks they should back. It looks like TropicalBob did have his Zealots in the background, just doing some damage, messing with the supply lines. Always a good thing to do. It looks like Osiris is going to be pushing this yellow Terran back, and all of these, oh wow, that was a beautiful catch by those Zealots moving down here just in time, and that entire yellow force is going to get picked off. And this is not looking amazing for KuhRayZee, Skinzor, and Evil Chew. It's sketchy. It's getting a little bit sketchy. Alright, well, it looks like all of these players are having a bit of an awkward time now. Osiris, with his massive force of Blinkstalkers, is actually going to be amazingly cost-effective versus most of these Zerg units. Now, of course, it's not going to be nearly as nice versus the Terran units, because they can just one-shot stuff for the most part. And of course, with 3 people, this is absurd. How am I supposed to observe this? Are you kidding me? Stop splitting your armies apart. I want a line here, and I want a line here, and I want to fight. That's what I want. Fair fight. Come on. It looks like we do have the wall-in happening for Evil Chew as he does hide behind that supply depot, but the force from his teammates is going to be strong enough to force away all of these Stalkers, or at least force them off for a little bit until they can regroup with a little bit bigger of a force. It looks like Osiris is doing some beautiful blink micro, and Ramit's coming in with a little bit more Zealot power, and oh, it's getting a little bit awkward. It's getting awkward. This is definitely the spot where you need a comeback. As this team in the bottom left-hand corner, we have just been absolutely kept back and been forced against the wall for a little bit near. They had like one really nice push, and then it kind of just fell on its face after that. And it's not even like a super upgrade advantage for the opposing team. It's just been, you know, pretty solid play from all these Protoss players, along with just beautiful playing together. Almost like they're all being played by the same person. Multi-box! That'd be awesome. I wonder if anybody's ever multi-box StarCraft. That'd be hilarious. I'd be amazed. Oh my god, that'd be so fantastic. If you just start the game with 3 expos. Oh, that'd be dirty. That'd be dirty. It looks like Osiris is coming down here to the bottom right-hand corner. And he's going to be flicking off, because he's a pro champion like that. And the force at KuhRayZee's base is doing reasonably well. Medevacs are finally on the way. And with Medevacs, these Medevac forces are finally, or these Marine and Marauder forces are finally going to be very, very cost effective, because they'll actually be able to heal. You know, these Stalkers are mainly cost effective because of the fact that shields hit crazy. They're getting so many Stalkers because no Stalkers are dying. Like, let's look at how many units Osiris has lost. He's lost 17 units over the course of the game. That's absurd. He's lost so many Stalkers. So few Stalkers. He's just been amazingly cost effective. If you look at everybody else, they're just going crazy. They're just going crazy. Oh man, his name works so well when you're commentating. Oh, I love you, KuhRayZee. We are going to see this Marine Marauder force finally getting healed up by these Medevac support units. Might manage to step in and do a little bit more damage than it usually will. One barracks is going to get picked off for Evil Chew, which is going to be a nasty amount of his production. He does have 2 starboards on the way, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. This is an entirely bio army at this point, so these Medevacs are going to be huge when it comes to healing this entire force. And if we can see something high tech, like, oh no, he's nowhere near anything high tech. That's okay. And it looks like this Marine Marauder force finally being amazingly cost effective with these Medevacs. But is it enough? This is a massive Stalker force, just absolutely huge. But the Stalkers are being forced off, and KuhRayZee KuhRayZee, he's running. They're actually going. They're doing pretty well. This is kind of an absurd game at this point. I would describe it. It looks like the Stalker Force is moving in again. He wants to try to slow down as much of that healing as possible, and he is doing a reasonable amount of job. All of these medevacs are at 0 energy currently, which is not exactly where you want your medevacs to be. And all these stims, Osiris is just playing this so well because he's forcing the stims and then he's just running away. That's what you should be doing. And we do see single medevac production coming out from Evil Chew, and KuhRayZee is keeping up with all of that medevac production, which is extremely nice. But I'm just not sure if it's going to be enough to deal with these Blink Stalker forces, especially with the oh my god, the flank. Oh, the flank, so well done. And it looks like we might finally see a union of the Terran forces here, and that might be enough to force both of these players off, as these Zealots don't have legs yet, and they are nowhere near even. It looks like Kremet and his teammates are completely all in on this. In fact, every player in this game is completely all in at this point. And Osiris, even with beautiful Blink Micro, he probably won't be able to hold up for the fact that these Zealots just can't do damage to this giant Bio Ball at this point. All they can do is tank a little bit for these Stalkers. I'm just not sure if it's going to be anywhere near enough now that so many other numbers have been lost. Looks like Osiris was trying to expand, but he decided against it quite wisely. And this giant Terran force, I think it's just going to be too much. I don't see this top right-hand corner surviving for much longer, as these Blink Stalkers are forced into the Bane, and Kremet calls the GG along with the rest of his teammates. And Osiris, where's the GG drop? Come on, man. Looks like the microing of the Terran units into the Protoss force is going to be too much, and all of the Stalkers will finally fall. Should have gone DTs. That's really the only strategic help I can give for that top right-hand corner. If you go for a Twilight Council that fast, just go for DTs. Opponents will never see it coming in a team game. Never, ever. So anyway, guys, if you would like your games commentated, you can send them on into boisteroussc2@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to watch any of the other games I have commentated or any of the other videos I have ever put out, you can head on over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.